what I'd like to do today is talk to you a little bit about WaterStep and what we do, and then I'd like to talk about our city a little bit and what we've been seeing over time. But we provide solutions to the root causes of waterborne illness. And we do this through practical training methods and readily available technology for people in crisis around the world. That's what WaterStep's about. And I don't know about you, but when you tackle a project that's so big and so vast, it makes you wonder if you can accomplish that. And what we've seen is gathering together with fellow folks that have a similar heart, fellow groups that have a similar heart to do kind of stuff like that, makes it a little bit easier. So don't be afraid that this is the greatest problem in the world, that we can't do something about that. When we get afraid, I'm reminded of the captain that was, out on the ship, and he was at wartime, and his ship was out on the water, and he was looking for enemy ships, and he had a guy in the crow's nest. And so they went a week, 2 weeks, no enemy ships. Suddenly, from the crow's nest, the guy cries out, he said, "Enemy ship to the west." The captain immediately turned to his first mate and he said, "Bring me my red coat." They got ready for battle. They engaged the enemy ship. They were valiant. They took the ship, and as they were breaking things down and cleaning up after the battle, his first mate came to me and said, "Captain, why did you want me to bring you your red coat?" And the captain said, "Well, I got concerned. If I got cut or bled out during the battle, I didn't want my men to see me bleeding, and the red coat would hide that." So they went back out on the water. Week went by, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by, and they haven't seen an enemy ship. Guy from the crow's nest, he suddenly cries out, "Enemy ship from the north. Battle stations, get ready." Wait, enemy ship from the south, from the west, from the east. 5 enemy ships began to converge on the captain and his little ship there. The captain said, "First mate, bring me my brown pants." So sometimes we can look at something that seems a little daunting and scary, but we can be valiant if we come together and work together to do that. We provide solutions to the root causes of waterborne illness through practical training methods, readily available technologies for people in crisis around the world. Now, most of you guys didn't know who we were until we began to work in Haiti, because the city came together in such a powerful way to support so many nonprofits in our city and so many businesses in our city that were actively going to do something about this incredible, huge devastation down there. And so we got to work in Haiti. We had done a disaster in Costa Rica the year prior, an earthquake. We had a team down there doing water, and what had happened was there was an earthquake. We retasked the team to travel about an hour and a half to 2 hours to the earthquake epicenter. We convinced the Red Cross and the Salvation Army there to give us a chance to help them with their water, and we just showed up with our water development work, and we were successful. So we went to the same folks, the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, and said, "Okay, this big thing has happened in Haiti. You think we got any value there?" And they said, "Yeah." And so through a friend of a friend, we got escorted there by Southern Command, who's a great partner with us now. And we ended up right smack dab in the epicenter just a few days after the earthquake happened. We didn't have the first dollar to go after this kind of task. The city came together around us with some of the other great nonprofits and some of the work that they were doing, and we were successful in Haiti. And in no time, we landed, our first flight landed at noon. By 6 p.m., we had 2 hospitals that didn't have pure water, didn't have anything to sterilize medical equipment with, and we used a similar chlorine generator to provide water and chlorine for those hospitals, and we were done with that by 6 p.m. that night. We ended up staying effectively addressing disaster situations for 6 weeks, and after that we turned all that into just our development work. Not long after that, the American Pakistani Association group approached us and said, "The floods are bad in Pakistan. It's all over the news. We know people there. Our hearts are going out to them. Can we do some water work together?" And we said, "Sure enough." So we trained 3 Pakistani doctors. They took some 50, eventually some 80 chlorine generators, but initially took 20 chlorine generators into Pakistan. They trained some 100, I think 140 people in water who went into the flood zone. Those 20 units ended up providing water for over 100,000 people during the Pakistani flood disaster. And we did that again the following year. So you may know us some from our disaster work, but what I'm here to tell you is we're about training and technology to heal a thirsty world. It's a difficult task to do that. A lot of people think one kind of tool is going to make that happen. And that's not the case. It's going to take a variety of tools to address that situation and a variety of people that are passionate about making that happen. Our work is about multiplying. You see, like we did with that Pakistan event, it's about training people that can go somewhere and teach other people, and then it multiplies the work that we do. I love it when I get asked, what country are y'all going to be in next? And I'm like, well, where are you going? Because that's where we can be. And it's exciting, though we do our field work primarily in India, in Haiti, and Costa Rica. We've done some field work in Brazil, Uganda, Kenya. We do our field work in a variety of places, but we're kind of honed in there and stay there relationally with the partners that we have. Our goal is to empower anybody going absolutely anywhere to do water work. So in the process of that, we believe the keys to the success of water projects, and I know that I'm talking to a water passionate group because this is a Rotary Club. Heck, y'all knocked out polio, right? And now you're trying to check off water. Let's see if we can make that happen. And so the keys to success, we believe, of water work in the world is about simplicity, it's about affordability, it's about sustainability, and it's about simply being effective with the job. We provide, in all the work that we do and provide, we kind of sister in innovation. We are constantly asking questions. Is this a good partnership? Is this a good tool to use? Is the training well done? Are the connections being made? Let's go back and take a look at that. Why isn't that working? And if that's not working, let's either fix that and address that, or let's take it and move on. The average sustainable water project is about 50-50 in the world. That's kind of a bummer if you ask me. It's a lot of energy out there doing water projects. For our work at our little outfit at WaterStep, we're able to say that we do about 85% success in the water projects that we start out on. And I believe it's because our training is spectacular, the tools we use are very simple, and it's because we work in strong partnerships in country that touch one another in circles of influence. Those partnerships are a sound investment in water projects. And those partnerships then can expand, and those relationships can then be sustainable. We've done influential work with people in probably over 30 different countries around the world. I'm really jazzed about that. Barbara mentioned about Malawi a few minutes ago, which is really fun. In Malawi, we sent 3 guys, right? We got a guy in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where God lives because he made sweet tea there. Good for thought. Birmingham, Alabama. We got another guy that lives over in Texas, and then we got a guy here that are some of our best hand pump repair guys. So we sent them as a team. They gathered together, I think, with about 31 folks in a training event in Malawi. Okay? Now imagine you're sitting here thinking, why would you need to repair hand pumps? The next time somebody says we were a part of building a well, ask them what their hand pump repair program is. They'll look at you like you got 2 heads. You mean them hand pumps, they break? Yes, they do. And the average stat says that they break in less than 2 years, and you're left with a group of people that don't have the tools or the knowledge to repair them. And that's why we've got only one of 3 hand pump repair schools in the United States and the only one of 2 in the world that's indoor. So these guys went. That's kind of fun. Are we going to talk about that? I love the class. That's good. So we go to Malawi. They train these 31 Malawans. We give them the tools, which we've got some incredible engineers that hang with us that have redeveloped a 170-pound toolkit down to about 66 pounds. Now, if there's 3 of us going around hauling tools, we can do 66 pounds. 170 is kind of tough. So we gave them tools, and they went and launched out. These guys have influenced a region of 20,000 people with the competence that they will have their hand pumps repaired when they break down. The kicker with that is they now have a job. So they get to make an income, charge a little money each time they repair a hand pump. We love this stuff. This is the way things multiply and replicate, and the work of water has incredible power in the lives of people and developing a community. Just great stuff. Now, some of the technologies, I'm going to let you find out about that on our website if you like, that we've done are pretty exciting. Just this year, we had a big year. We launched kind of a full product line that influences hand pump repair, that influences water purification. We're working on some water filtration tools and that kind of thing. And Sam Duplessis with us today, and stand up, Sam. They like to clap. Let's clap for Sam. Sam's a good friend. He's one of our board members, and Sam's one of the engineers at GE. We had a group of engineers at GE and the Louisville Water Company, and we started looking at our tools with our chlorine generator, and we thought, you know, we'd like to take this thing anywhere in the world and let somebody else build it if they wanted to. We'd like to cut the cost of this thing. We want this thing to be a little more robust, too. What could we do? Well, we believe, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit again, we believe we're the water capital of the world. So we began to reach out to some of the best water people in our city to come together with us and work with Joe Jacoby, with Curtis Daniels, and I, and this team. And we got together. Every Wednesday night was engineer night. We went through a lot of sandwiches and a lot of beer, but it was really good beer. So we had a great evening every night addressing this issue, bringing up to speed these renditions of this chlorine generator and field testing those again and again and again till we got what you see in the back, and that's homegrown right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but the chlorine generator was actually invented here in 1896 by a guy named William Jewell. Louisville has influenced every single metropolitan area in the world because we have such great inventions and innovations that have happened right here in our city. We also have some of the most incredible businesses and organizations that work in water. The Louisville Water Company, and MSD, and Zoller Pump, and GE. U of L's doing some fun stuff. Okay, we got CI Agent. They were down at the Gulf taking care of miles of water when we had the Gulf spill. Louisville has incredible water.